You can admire the governments for trying to be all-inclusive, but people's sort of, not prejudices, but cultural practices are very deep-seated. Being sort of born and raised in Northern Ireland, it has a lot of sort of meaning, because where I grew up it was celebrated, every year. Not that I've took part in celebrations or anything, but I was always aware of it. And I was aware of it because my granddad was from Tipperary, but he was 62 when my dad was born. So he was of that generation of the Easter Rising. I never met him, but having known about him, I sort of, dug a little bit more into the family history. He was actually in the RIC at the time of the Rising, and find out we didn't know anything about his father or anything like that there, but through a lot of research, found out he was actually from Cloughjordan, where Thomas MacDonagh was from, and neighbours. They're both about the same age, and Thomas MacDonagh, in his poem, The Man Upright, actually talks about my great-grandfather in the poem. So they knew one another, and then through that I found there was a few marriage connections and stuff like that. So through that there, I think it's developed into sort of a personal story. There's a lot of sort of things that I've been working on, and I found a picture from 1915. There's Sergeant Summers from Cloughjordan. Was afforded this he was a hero of Gallipoli, and was afforded this big homecoming parade. So I saw pictures of my great uncle and stuff out in the homecoming parade, but then just a short number of months later with the Easter Rising, you see people getting radicalised, and I found a list that he was on subscription to relief for political prisoners. So there's that sort of journey between moderate to sort of more radicalised that the whole country, well, lots of parts of the country went on. So it's this kind of personal sort of connection to it without being actually related to anybody who was there. I kind of have a bit of a problem with commemorations, especially official commemorations. It's all to suit the political climate of the time. You can admire the governments for trying to be all-inclusive, but people's sort of not prejudices, but cultural practices are very deep-seated, and it's going to reach out to some people, but not all, obviously. But so I think it is a positive thing, as long as the reasons for the conflict are explored and not papered over in favour of all this reconciliation, which I'm very glad it is happening. But the sort of the big questions have to be addressed, and I don't see in official commemorations that happening.